Hey, Lisa, Kay. Lisa, Kay, Michelle. Hi, ladies. Give me a wave if you can see the chat box. So good to see you, Michelle. Pop a little hi in the chat box. Give me a shout. Where are you coming from? What's the temperature? A few of you look a little rugged up. Is it as cold as New Zealand? Okay, so it got to 5 degrees at lunchtime today. That was that's kind of standard here. So yeah, I'm not loving it, let me tell you that. But Sue, I just need to bring you, and I don't know what I've done here. I've set up a waiting room, so I'm just going to try and see, bring you guys in. Hey Sue, welcome. Welcome to Immunity Essentials number 3, the last in the series. Tonight I'm going to take you through 2 recipes and how to up your brunch game vibes, so that we're gonna be turning a couple of standard recipes into immune boosting recipes. So I'm pretty excited about that. Tell me in the chat box, what's your biggest concern as we head into winter in terms of like looking after your health? Where do you feel like there's something there that's you really want to get to know? Yeah, comfort food. Yeah. So we definitely can cover that in this one, because we're going to be doing a hot chocolate mushroom tonic, and also pancakes. Who doesn't love pancakes? Oh my God, especially on a brunchy type day on a Sunday morning. So that's the reason why I wanted to do this with you guys. So I just wanted to check that you can kind of see the chopping board here. I've got things ready to go for the tonic. This is a hot chocolate mushroom tonic, so it's better than coffee. And you know, when you think about coffee is amazing, right? But Pina, I'm just going to let you in as well. Sorry, this waiting room business. Hey Pina, welcome. Give us a shout, give us a little hi. Let me know where you're coming in from in the comments, in the chat box. Yeah, back to the hot tonic. So the reason I'm doing this is because coffee, we love coffee, right? But it's quite acidic and it's very depleting. It's hard work on the adrenals, hard work on the liver. So, you know, it's a nice to have occasionally, or I'm going to give you a really good substitute with this recipe tonight. So if you've got a pen and paper, have that handy, because I'm going to read out the ingredients to you guys. This serves 2, and the base of it is, I've got some spice, some star anise in here. So I'm thinking warming spices, which are really great for the immune system, really great for oxygenating the body, getting the blood flow going, which is great for keeping you warm, which is really important at winter time as well, and keeping your organs nourished. So I've got this tea here, which I found. I don't know if you guys can get this in your hometown. So you need fresh food and how to use turmeric in so many ways. Awesome. Yes, we're going to be using turmeric tonight. But yeah, this tea is awesome. So if you can find a tea that has those warming spices in it, like cinnamon, cardamom, clove is really good. Obviously turmeric, ginger, anything like that in that tea would be amazing. This is called Mai Tai tea, and it's got the cardamom, the clove, and the cinnamon. But if you can't get that, you can make your own. You know, I've just popped a few full star anise pods in here, as well as a cinnamon quill. You could throw in cardamom pods and fresh ginger, turmeric, and just 2 cups of boiling water, and let that steep for 15 minutes. Let me just admit Jake. Hey Jake, thanks for joining. Give us a shout. What would you like to see, Michelle? Just the base of this hot tonic, or the tea? Yeah, the Mai Tai tea. So this is just a red seal tea that I got from the supermarket. So anything, just think of those warming spices, the clove, the cinnamon, the star anise, the ginger, the turmeric, all of that's going to make a great base for this tonic. So that's just been steeping for about 15 minutes. And I'm just going to strain that now. So that's nice and hot. Now, this is a really easy one to make as well, because it's going straight into the bullet blender. So we're going to go straight into this. And then I'm just going to pop a little strainer over the top so that The star anise doesn't go in there. I had 2 tea bags, by the way, of the Mai Tai tea. I like it quite strong. I like that spice flavor to come through. So I'm just going to pour that in to the blender now. You can keep the herbs aside and use them for something else. And then I'm also thinking, okay, so I want to add some creaminess, because we want to replicate, you know, something. If you go to a cafe and you're having that almond latte, whatever it may be, you like that creamy factor. And obviously we want to stay away from dairy because dairy is inflammatory. So what I'm going to do is actually just going to add in like a couple of, I don't know, a handful of raw cashews. It's going to help create some creaminess. And then I've also got, to create a little bit of that nice consistency, I've soaked 1 tablespoon of chia seeds with a little bit of water just to create a bit of a gel. So you can see it's quite sticky. So I'm just going to throw that in there as well. And then I've got some coconut oil. This is also going to help sort of bring everything together. So I'm going to throw in about a tablespoon of that. And coconut oil, as you know, is amazing for fighting bacterial infections. It's antiviral, really great if you've got issues like with candida or anything like that. It's incredible. So I always use coconut oil, even for cooking. Coconut oil is my go-to all the time. Just make sure it's extra virgin and organic and unrefined. It's very sneaky what the food manufacturers do here. So they, if you don't read that label, if it says deodorized or neutral odor, it's been processed in some way, and we want to avoid that. So now we've got the chia seeds in there, we've got the coconut oil. Of course, we have to add cacao. So cacao, leftover spices, what would I use them for? So I would actually just reuse those and do another pot of tea. That would be really nice. Or I would actually could even just dry them out and blend them up and use them as a powder. So I don't like to waste anything. That way you can kind of keep reusing things and reapplying them into other recipes. You could even throw them into the pancake recipe that we're going to do. But back to the tonic. This cacao, I've got 2 tablespoons going in because cacao obviously is amazing. It's chocolate, right? Really alkalizing, full of tons of minerals, lots of magnesium in there. It's quite a heart-opening, expansive superfood. So you know how you get that bit of a buzz when you're having coffee? So you're going to get that buzz when you're having the cacao instead. So it doesn't feel like you're missing out on, you know, that buzz that you get when you have the coffee. So 2 tablespoons of cacao, and then I'm going to throw in some coconut sugar. So maybe about a tablespoon. I love working with coconut sugar because it's quite medium GI, so it doesn't affect blood sugars too much. Plus, we're combining that with the fats of the cashews and the coconut oil, which is going to slow down the release of insulin into your system. And it's just 1 ingredient. So, you know, again, we're looking for things that have minimal processing. You can't have cacao, you get super itchy. Is that you, Michelle? I could do the recipe without it, absolutely. And even if you wanted to, you could do like, if you can get hold of like a hazelnut extract or a coffee extract or something that gives you that sort of, you know, chocolatey flavor and a bit of a coffee flavor, or something that's going to give you a nice little hit without getting the effects of the cacao. If you're allergic, then definitely you could, yeah, either just do without or yeah, try something else. So the coconut sugar's gone in. I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla extract in. This is just a little bit of decadence. You guys don't have to do that. If you have it, then please do. And then obviously a pinch of pink salt. Where's my pink salt? Because again, lots of minerals in this. And we want, sorry, I'm just going to admit someone in. We also want those flavors to come out, right? So salt helps pull out all those flavors. Welcome, Vinny. Give us a shout. Let us know where you're coming in from. So good to see you. Chilly? Are you chilly in Sydney? I hear it's not that warm. Okay, so what else do I want to add? Okay, so the optional thing you could add here is a non-GMO soy lecithin, which you can get from the health food store. I couldn't find it here. But this helps emulsify and bind the fats and the liquids together, and it does give you that nice creamy kind of head on top as well, which is kind of very similar to what you get, you know, when you have your latte in the cafe. But the piece de resistance that I wanted to share with you guys that's going in this tonic is this mushroom blend. Can you guys see that? So this is 4-Sigmatic, which I got on iHerb. It has 10 different mushrooms in here, which are all extremely medicinal. So I'm just going to, I can't really read off the back of that list, so I've written it down here. So I wanted to share this with you guys. Is it has reishi mushroom in here, which promotes longevity. It's amazing for boosting the immune system. It's great for overall vitality and wellness. And then it also has chaga mushroom, which is incredible for immune support and balancing blood sugar levels, as well as lowering inflammation and fighting cancer. And it's a really great substitute for coffee as well. I mean, all of these flavors are brilliant as a substitute for coffee, Michelle. So this is why you're going to love this. Hopefully you can do the mushrooms, because they have those earthy flavors, and that just goes so well with everything we're putting in this tonic. And it also has cordyceps, which is an incredible lung protectant. So you know how we're all freaking out about COVID and how it's affecting the lungs. Cordyceps is incredibly protective for the lungs. It's also antiviral, anti-cancer, boosts the immune system, oxygenates the body, anti-aging as well. Then we have lion's mane, which is incredible for anxiety and depression. So I don't know about you guys, but I get the feeling that most of us are going through it right now with everything that's going on with the world. So this is really going to help you with the anxiety that we're all kind of experiencing on some level right now. It also helps protect against dementia, and is also great for protecting against cancer as well. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Jenny. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming in. Give us a wave. Let me know where you're coming in from. And if there's one thing you'd like to cover in this masterclass tonight, my question to you guys is, what's the biggest concern you have coming into winter about your health? And we can talk about that. But yeah, back to the mushroom blend. So we have also tremella mushroom, which is also deeply hydrating and nourishing. So really good for if we have dry skin during winter. And then there's probably about 5 other medicinal mushrooms in here, which are incredible, like, you know, shiitake and enoki. Some of them I haven't even heard of, which you can research. There's one called mishima, and a few others in here. So if you can get onto iHerb and get yourself this, throw that into your tonic, and also we might even add it into our pancake base as well, because they're incredibly powerful. So about a teaspoon. It does come with a little dispenser, but I'm just gonna throw that in there as it is. And I'm just gonna double check that I've got everything. So yeah, how powerful is this stuff? So this is gonna be your little secret weapon for winter especially. So now that's all in there, I'm just gonna throw that into the base of the blender and blend it up. Okay, how good does this look? So I'm just going to pour this into a glass. Now I probably do a little taste test before serving, but bottoms up, guys. Cheers. Oh my God, that is so good. Honestly, guys, this is a beautiful treat. You can serve this with the pancakes we're going to make. it's just got so many medicinal properties in there, and it tastes like you're having something naughty. It really does taste like a hot chocolate drink. It's got that nice hint of spice. So I put a teaspoon of the mushroom powder in. You really can't taste too much of that, but it just adds that earthiness to the tonic. Yeah, guys, so what I'll do with the, yeah, some of you might not get all the recipe down. So sorry, I'll just pop in my email address. So if you want to email me after class, I will send out a recording of this as well on Thursday. So yeah, if anyone's getting this on the recording on Thursday, then email me, amanda@therawfoodkitchen.com.au, and I will get you that recipe, both the recipes, to your inbox. And if you're really connected to the food, which is something I always encourage you guys to do, thanks Pina, is take a moment when you're having this food and really start to appreciate how it's making your body feel. Because I noticed in me, like, coffee really like wigs me out, and I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. It almost gets me to the point where I'm like a little jittery. Whereas when I'm having this, I'm feeling quite grounded. I'm feeling my heart expanding and opening, and I'm feeling quite alert, but not in a wigged out way. And just think, you know, again, we're, instead of depleting our body with the coffee, we're actually you know, alkalizing, nourishing, and replenishing. And it's the complete opposite. This is what this food is all about. Okay, guys, so shall we do the pancakes? Yeah. Benny's nodding. Yeah, so I think I will definitely, yeah, I'll definitely send you guys the recipe, so don't worry. But you must email me, otherwise I won't send it. Okay, another thing that I love about this recipe is it's all going in here. So, you know, no sifting, no different bowls, you know, we're just literally one piece of equipment, and that's what I like. We want to try and keep it as simple and as easy as possible. Okay, so for the pancakes, okay, so for my inspiration for the pancakes was, when we think about pancakes or normal standard pancakes, they're full of dairy, full of gluten, and they're usually topped with something really disgusting, like, you know, loads of bacon and like maple syrup or something flavored maple syrup, and some really unhealthy toppings like chocolate sauce, and like, and it all sounds amazing, but an ice cream, but you just feel so freaking sick afterwards. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure you're aware of, like, dairy is acidic, gluten is really inflammatory and causes leaky gut. And even when people say, oh, I can tolerate dairy and gluten quite well, actually on a cellular level, you are being probably affected in some way, and it is creating inflammation. So of course, we all love pancakes, right? But, you know, I wanted to make a healthier version. So this is completely gluten-free. And obviously we're adding in some superfoods, which are going to boost the immune system when we eat this. So I'm adding in, okay, so you can either use half a cup of walnuts, or cashew nuts work really well in here. Or, you know, if you really fancy some other type of nut, that's fine. I would probably stay away from almonds a little bit, unless you've, so you need to soak them. You need to soak them for about 6 to 8 hours to remove the phytic acid. So that's why I'm sticking to the cashews, because they're just easy to throw straight in. So they're about half a cup going in there. And then I've got some oats as well. Like, you can get gluten-free oats. If you're okay with oats, then about half a cup going in there. And then we've also got now buckwheat. You can either use buckwheat flour, but I just had raw buckwheat. So they look a bit like this. They're kind of just tiny little seeds, grain-like seeds, if you guys can see those. And because it's being blended, it doesn't matter if it's a flour or a whole seed. So that's just going to go in, so about 1/4 cup. And then we've got, okay, a bit of gluten-free flour. So I've got about 1/4 cup of gluten-free flour going in as well. It's just a mix of rice flour and something else. And then I've got baking powder, so about 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then I have, now you could use a flax egg here if you wanted. So that's usually just 1 tablespoon of flax to 1 tablespoon of water if you wanted to stay away from the eggs. But I love eggs. I'm loving organic eggs. So you can have 1 or 2 eggs going in there. I might throw in another one actually. So 1 to 2 eggs. Try not to get the shell in, even though there's lots of minerals in it. And then we've got, now the turmeric. Now you've got an option here. I actually discovered this really cool little turmeric extract at the supermarket here. And about 4 drops equals 1 teaspoon of turmeric. So you could use that. You could use fresh turmeric root, so maybe about 1 centimetre of fresh turmeric. Or you can use the turmeric powder. So you could throw in about 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, or use the extract. And we've got some cinnamon, so about 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And what else do I want to add? Some sugar, maybe a little bit of coconut sugar. So maybe about 2 teaspoons. Just a little bit of sweetness. We don't want it to be too sweet because we can start to dress it up with the toppings. And then we've got, now that we've added the turmeric, little trick, the black pepper helps make it more bioavailable. And then I'm going to add the mushroom blend in again. So about maybe 1/2 teaspoon. This is like gold. And I tend to also throw this into my smoothies every morning as well, which is a great way of getting all those amazing immune boosting properties of the mushrooms. So again, pinch of salt. We want to bring out all those flavors. And then to top it off, to make it into the batter, I'm just gonna, sorry, excuse me 1 minute. Just need to get a little pouring jug. About 1.5 cups of water. And always filtered water, yeah? Okay. Now we're just gonna blend that together. So you just want to blend that so you get that nice sort of batter consistency, so it starts to look like a pancake batter. Let me just check that. See how it looks. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So if you guys can see that, it's got a beautiful golden color to it. And it's kind of got that nice thick consistency that I like with a pancake batter. If you wanted to thin it out a little bit, of course you can. You know, you can add more water and make it into more like a crepe. Michelle, you found a turmeric extract on iHerb. Awesome. Is it like this one? Is it the liquid extract? Something similar. So this is awesome because, you know, sometimes turmeric root's quite hard to find. I don't know about for you guys in Australia at the moment, but here it's absolutely impossible. I haven't been able to find it anywhere. So yeah, the turmeric extract could be great because you can still use this all year round. Probably a bit more potent than the powder, I would say. Now, let me see if I can get you guys over to my stove so I can cook the pancake with you. Let me just see if this is going to work. Hang on, come with me. Okay, can you guys see? Can you guys see the frying pan or anything? Hang on, let me just see if I can put you up. Tell me what you can see. Can you see the frying pan? Hang on, I'm putting you up on some books. Okay, what can you see now? Yeah, you can see it. Awesome! Probably just can't see me, but that's probably a good thing. So I've just got a little bit of coconut oil in here, and I'm just going to heat the pan up. Yeah, absolutely, you could use fresh turmeric, Sue. That would be amazing. Like, I obviously prefer to use fresh, but just really hard to find here. Okay, so I'm just going to heat that up. Little saucepan or frying pan like this is perfect for doing single serve pancakes. And then also when we do this, I'm just going to do one, and then I'm just going to dress the pancake with you guys, and also show you how we can make the toppings healthy as well. Let me know if you've got any burning questions about this recipe. Just going to, yeah, just going to wait for that to heat up a little bit. Shouldn't take too long. Yeah, that's good. Okay, who's got a burning question for me? Because I know masterclasses are super fun to do, right? And you get some awesome plant-based recipes, but I know that what happens after we finish the classes together? Does it give you enough to keep going on the plant-based journey? Do you feel like there's anything that could be missing for you guys? Because I know that going plant-based it's overwhelming for a lot of people, hey? And I think a lot of people think that it's got to be a dogma diet, which it so isn't. And that's what I love to teach about this kind of way of eating, is that there's more to it than just eating plants, if that makes sense. I'm going to share a little bit more about what I'm trying to tell you in a sec, when this little stove starts to behave. Yeah. So we know when we're doing pancakes, we want to make sure those bubbles are coming up. And when those bubbles start to come up on the top, I don't know if you guys can see, it's usually a good sign to flip. Nice. Kind of wish I was with you guys and we could be doing brunch together with these. I've got about 6 more to make. Probably, you know, if you wanted to obviously do a bigger batch, then you could double that recipe. Sue, what amazing toppings are we putting on? Oh my goodness, you're in for a treat. So we've got, so I have a sort of I guess, you know, when you think about how we can make our recipes or our meals as nutritionally dense as possible, that's the game I always like to play when I'm doing food. And so this is why it's important that you have an understanding of what the foods do in the body and what's available to us to be able to do that. So we've got a selection of toppings that are going to, you know, help facilitate you still having this recipe, you know, making it healthy, making it as healthy as possible. So what do we have? So what have you got in your pantry that you could be using that's super healthy that would work on a pancake? Give me 2. Yeah, awesome. So who was that? Michelle. Yeah, toppings for pancakes. So maple syrup's actually pretty okay, even though it's quite high GI. Again, it's just one ingredient, right? If you are getting pure maple syrup, one ingredient, and tastes amazing. It is a treat though. Okay, I think that's done. Let me just check. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so that's just going to go on the plate. Let's just turn this off and get you guys back over here. 1 second. Okay, can you guys just let me know if you can see the chopping board? A berry puree would be amazing. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys. So let me just see if you can see me and the chopping board. Okay, can you see me and the chopping board? No, you can just see my head. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. I've got myself in a tiny little frame. Let me just give this a bit of a Okay, yeah, cool. Chopping board and me. Okay, so here's this beautiful piece de resistance. Look at the gorgeous golden color that you're getting from that pancake. I just absolutely adore it, that color. Okay, so this is what we're thinking, guys. So I'm thinking good fats, superfoods, and obviously, you know, those, any type of fruit would be amazing as a topping. So you could be using, yeah, bananas, lemons. I mean, oh my God, now you're getting me thinking. So like a pickled lemon would be amazing on here. But I'm going to be using bananas tonight. I have bananas handy, and also I've got some beautiful New Zealand organic freeze-dried black currants, which are super intense in flavor. So they've got that real hint of acidity, and tons and tons of vitamin C. So if you can get yourself some freeze-dried berries, that would be amazing where you are. Yeah, or, you know, even frozen berries will be fine. If they're out of season, fresh is best too. But then I'm going to start with my butter. So you could use an almond butter or a peanut butter. I quite like this local New Zealand one, which is Pic's peanut butter. So I'm going to put that on the bottom. Just to kind of be as generous as you like with that. And then what else have I got here? Okay, so the other thing I'm thinking about, right, is a little bit of chia. So chia seeds are amazing, really high in fiber, lots of amino acids in here. It's got all the minerals in here. Great for helping keeping things moving, and it kind of just adds interest to the bottom of the pancake. And then I've also got some ground flax. So ground flax is amazing for balancing hormones. It's a brilliant phytoestrogen, and again, really high in fiber as well. So I'm going to just sprinkle that on too. And then also I have some dried coconut, which I absolutely love. Shredded coconut goes in absolutely everything for me. And then I'm going to put on my banana. Just get a knife. Let me just slice that up. And pop that down the middle. Kind of just make it look pretty. Beautiful. And then I'm going to add my, again, you can put some cinnamon as well on top. You've got an extra bit of cinnamon to sprinkle over, which would be really nice. And then I've got my freeze-dried berries I'm going to throw in. These are kind of cool to crush up as well a little bit, and then they kind of get all powdery and it looks really cute and pretty. And you could garnish with some fresh herbs as well. And then what I'm using tonight, instead of maple syrup, which you could use, it's totally up to you. Raw honey is also really amazing. Like raw honey is great because it's quite alkalizing, it's quite low GI. Again, you're getting the antiviral, antibacterial properties as well with the raw honey in. But I'm using this. This is a ginger syrup, which again, I've discovered in New Zealand. Absolutely love it because it's like organic and it's got 30% ginger in there. So you're going to get those immune boosting properties of the ginger and that extra kick, which is again, you know, all the warming spices, which is really great for this time of year for boosting the immune system. Yeah, flaxseed, aka linseed, absolutely, Jake. And yeah, and then of course you can garnish with some mint or some fresh herbs, or if you've got edible flowers, which can make it look a really beautiful effect. And yeah, I think the key is, you know, obviously for anything, you want the food to look really good to eat. So we're just going to finish with a swirl of the ginger syrup. You could even, okay, so it's something really fun to do as well. If you guys have got my other immune essentials, I think I did a cashew yogurt in one of my classes. It's probably up on YouTube, but if you get that recipe and make that, then you could add some spirulina or some other type of superfood in there as well and have that as a topping, and it could be absolutely divine and just add a little bit of interest in terms of color. So there we have it, guys. Ta-da! How beautiful does that look? You want me to try it? Can the chef get to taste what she just made? Now I wanted to share something with you guys tonight before we go, because I thank you, sir. Yes. And again, look, how amazing is that? Like, you've just got a really super duper healthy brunch going down with your hot chocolate and your amazing turmeric pancakes. And, you know, again, it looks really naughty and indulgent, but it's so healthy. And this is just some of the things that, you know, you guys can get to learn with me. You know, I do, obviously we do these master classes, but it is just, you know, it's fun, but you get some plant-based recipes, but it's not the full picture to getting onto your healing journey with using food as medicine. And that's why I wanted to share with you guys tonight, you know, if you really want to complete the picture to achieving your health goals, then there's actually 3 key things that you need to kind of get right, which is mindset, detox, and recipe mastery, right? Because what I see is I see a lot of people getting one of those things right, but then falling down in the other 2 areas, or they're getting you know, they're getting loads and loads of recipes, but they're falling off the wagon because they haven't got the detox protocols. They haven't got the mindset right to continue the journey. And there's a lot of self-sabotage that comes into play for a lot of us, as well as overwhelm, and then just not having that kitchen confidence. Thanks, Michelle. Yeah, I do need to do another recipe book. I'd love to do a fermented foods one, actually, because that's kind of my thing at the moment as well. But that's why I've created the Everyday Healthy course, is to get you out of overwhelm, out of self-sabotage, out of lacking kitchen confidence, into mastering your confidence and getting connected to your body again, so you know how to pivot if you need to change your diet, your understanding of what works for you in terms of your diet, and then also, you know, just understanding how to detox safely and what protocols to use that you can start to incorporate that complement the food you eat, so that you can also then start to really master the recipes with chef like knowledge with me on this course, so that, you know, by the end of the 8 weeks together, you've got this nailed, those 3 key areas, so that you're actually embodying plant-based without the overwhelm, without the self-sabotage. You know, you're doing it with ease, and you've got me by your side for 8 weeks. And I don't know, like any other course that's offering this coach 8 weeks plant-based master coach, along with mastering mindset and detox and recipes as well. So what I'm offering you guys tonight is a special, super special deal. The course is going to retail for $1,490, but tonight and tomorrow only, I'm giving it to you guys for 60% off. I've just put the link up there. Oh, hang on a sec. I just need to get everyone in there. I'm going to put the link up there for you guys. No, why is that happening? Everyone. Yes, everyone. So you can see, just click on that link. There's more info on there about the course. We're kicking off on the 29th of June. It's each week is really just building on the next, so that you're starting to, you know, we start off with like mastering, you know, the basics with the mindset, the detox, and the recipes. The key is that there's no fail in this course, because you have just 1 or 2 hero recipes to master for each week. Each week is a different meal plan. We have breakfast in week 1. We do lunches in week 2, ferments in week 3. I think we do dinners week 4, and then week 5, sweets and condiments. And week 6 is a surprise week. And 7 and 8 is we do a guided fast together, and then we do 100% raw vegan, so that we're actually along the way incorporating those 3 key areas, so that by the end of our 8 weeks together, you're really fully ready for that upgrade, and you can do it successfully, do it with confidence, and having me and tribe by your side to do it. So yeah, it's amazing. And there's also going to be, we do weekly calls together. So with me, Facebook Lives, we cover all sorts of topics that work in holistically with this plant-based lifestyle. It's going to give you the tools and the knowledge so that you get an understanding of what other modalities you can use if you need to pivot in your diet. Why it's important to do detoxing, why, you know, we why we call on like other types of natural supplements to support our journey and why it's important to do so. We talk about vibration and how everything is vibration and understanding of frequency. And we cover, oh my goodness, we cover so much. There's, you know, we talk about gut health, we talk about detoxing, getting you confident and comfortable to safely detox at home, really getting you reconnected to your body so you can start to make food choices confidently. And as I said, knowing what to do when you need to pivot in your diet. Because for me, plant-based isn't dogma. It's not a dogma diet. It's having that as your foundation, but then also being able to bring in other types of ways of eating, and also giving yourself a little bit of room to, you know, live life. You know what I mean? Like to still be normal, I put it in brackets, because a lot of people think that it's just got to be one way or the other way, and it's not about that at all. And that's what this course will teach you guys, is how to actually incorporate this way of living into your everyday so that you're healthy every day. Yeah, awesome, Peanut. So good. And as I said, so tonight, 60% off. It's just $596 for 8 weeks, for the 8-week online course. Every week you get access to a members portal with the modules for that week, and access to a Facebook group page where we do it together as tribe. And I think as well, there's installments on offer as well. So if you didn't want to pay the $596 up front, then there's weekly payments, I think of $149, which is super affordable, because I know right now COVID times are like kind of challenging us a little bit. So I wanted to make it accessible for you guys, and I wanted to, you know, make sure that you guys have a really deep understanding of those 3 key areas so that you can do this way of life successfully, long-term and sustainably, and reap the benefits from it. Because I don't want people to be overwhelmed or into self-sabotage or not really fully experiencing the amazing healing benefits of being plant-based long-term. I know, Vinny, you've joined me on some of the chef course and retreat, so you know you've experienced the upgrade. Vinny's done some courses with me, and you know, and it's amazing to feel this way, but then a lot of us fall off the wagon because we don't have those 3 key areas mastered. So that's what the course is about. And yeah, to have me as your coach for 8 weeks is more than the cost of the course alone, trust me. And we're also going to be doing some live cooking courses, classes together as well. So we get to learn as we go, and you get to ask questions as we go, so that you really can start to master, you know, meal prep. You get time saver tips and tricks during, you know, each week with the meal plans. And also, yeah, like how to flavor balance and get all those insider secrets that, you know, you're not getting on the outside, because, you know, I think that's also a big problem for people, is when they're in the kitchen, they don't really know how to make the food taste good, or they don't know how to do it quickly enough. And all of these create barriers to continuing the journey on plant-based, which is what we don't want. We want you guys to be rocking your life, feeling amazing, feeling upgraded, feeling confident in your health choices, feeling good every day, not just some days, you know. And it's really key, I think, especially now that we have more knowledge on how to be naturally healthy. And that's what this course is going to give you. Will this course be recorded if we miss one of the sessions? Yeah, so if every call that we do each week on the course together, it stays up on the Facebook group page, so you can watch that anytime. And then there is a couple of ones that I do on Zoom, and they get sent to you via email as well, so you can always catch up that way. And, you know, and with the meal plans, you have the option of just mastering the 1 or 2 key hero recipes for that week. Or if you're feeling really confident, you can dive in and do, say, 50% of the meal plan. You could even do 100% of the meal plan. And each meal plan is kind of builds on the next as well. So, you know, you've got cooked food options in there. You can choose to put that, you know, we work on the 80-20 rule a lot. So you can choose to do 20% protein if you still feel that you need to have some animal protein in there. So you have a lot of flexibility with the meal plans. And again, it's just really just the mindset goals. We do atomic habits, which is basically creating small little changes to create big success. And then we build, you know, we incorporate some detox protocols, and then the recipes we build on that each week, so that, yeah, by the end of the course, you're mastering all those 3 key areas, so that you've really got some really deep knowledge on this way of living and being, and, you know, feeling freaking amazing, because the course really is, it's really powerful, it's really transformative. And so I am wanting people to join who are really like 100% ready for this. You know, they're really ready to dive in and upgrade. Yeah, awesome, Pina. So has anyone got any questions on that? Because I think I've covered a lot. But if you click on that link, it definitely will take you through a lot more about what you get. And, you know, it tells you, like, you know, again, if this sounds like it's for you, then definitely jump on the link. You can join, pre-register to join for the June 29 kickoff. And yeah, we'll get you sort of ready to go sort of over the weekend. But again, if you wanted to just join a little bit later, then you still have the modules. And then once you've joined, you have all the information and the modules for life, and of course access to the Facebook group page as well. So it is, yeah, it is a deep dive, but it's really also not about overwhelm or getting you into those patterns of self-sabotage, or not feeling confidence, about getting you out of that overwhelm, out of the self-sabotage, and getting you confident in the kitchen and doing food as medicine every day, so that you can really start to embody this way of living and being, because it's so amazing. Anyone got any burning questions before yeah, we close the class? Yeah, that's totally allowed. Lisa just asked a question, what happens if you get invited out for dinner during the program? So in the meal plans, you'll see when you get the course, is there is always one day out of the week where it's basically a free meal. So that's the night where you can choose to go out and get takeaway, or, you know, you're going out for dinner with friends. Obviously, I give you some advice and tips around how to choose healthier options when you're out. But yeah, you can still choose to have a glass of wine. It really just depends on where you're at during that phase, you know. It's really not about making it like you can't do this and you can't do that, because that's really going to set people up to fail. It's about being a lot more open and fluid with the choices we're making, but having a lot more knowledge around that as well. And also like going, okay, you know what, I kind of ate something bad last night, but at least I know how to detox that out of my body tomorrow, because you've got those tips and tricks and tools from the course. Yeah, so thanks. So thank you for joining, guys. It's been awesome having you. So at the moment, I'm still in New Zealand. I'm actually flying back to Sydney on Sunday, which is super exciting. But I think I might have to go into quarantine. I'm not sure. But if that happens, then yeah, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, thanks for joining, guys. Don't forget, if you want to join Everyday Healthy, the 60% off offer is only for 2 days, and then it's going up to 1490. So love to see you on the course, and lots of love from Chile, New Zealand, and I'll chat to you guys very soon. Bye for now. Thanks, Jake. Bye, guys.